most of us don't know what it actually takes to succeed. So like meaning that many of us are trying to take our businesses or our firms to places we ourselves have never been. And as a result, our expectations can sometimes be way out of line. And you mentioned in some cases that one, to even get noticed in your field, it can take 2 to 3 years of effort. And to become a recognized expert, it could take 5+ years of consistent effort. I'd like for you to kind of speak to like what it takes to really, really, really like not just build notoriety, but just become kind of a notable brand. And I'm sure this varies across industries, but there's no magic bullets.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the challenges, of course, in playing the long game and in being a long-term thinker is that, this kind of wends back to where we started the conversation, Michael. It's that some things, no matter how much we want to rush them, can't be rushed. It's just, some things are going to take time. And that doesn't mean that you're passive. It doesn't mean you're just like making a Pinterest vision board. Obviously, you're working hard. Obviously, you're doing things. But certain things take a while. If you're at a sort of traditional firm, for instance, even if you're like the best, third year associate ever, they're probably not going to make you partner in your third year. Like, I would be super surprised if that happened. And so we often have these weird scoping problems. I mean, obviously it's fairly clear in law firms, larger law firms at least, how things work. And so, you come in with a cohort and so you kind of get the expectations, right? Most people are not going to be so mad because it should have happened in year 2 or year 3, because you know what the deal is. But when it comes to other things, when it comes to, if you're running the firm, let's say, and it comes to revenue growth or, other metrics or other milestones, oftentimes we really don't know what we don't know. And it kind of shouldn't be that way because we're not trying to like build colonies on the moon, right? People have built law firms before. That is a thing. And so if we took the time to have conversations, to do research, to learn what has been typical in the past with other folks who are in situations like ours, we might have a more realistic scope and be able to really understand like, I shouldn't be upset about where I am. Actually this thing, it just takes 2 years. So, it's not to say you couldn't do it faster. I hope you do. But if something normally takes 2 years, again, you probably won't do it in 2 months. So just knowing that and being aware of it enables you to have the patience and the fortitude necessary to keep plugging away rather than what happens with a lot of people, frankly, which is, in their head, they think it should take 2 months. They give it 6 months and then they quit or they change their strategy radically because they're like, this isn't working. I've given it so much time. Well, actually, you totally haven't. You've given it like a quarter of the time that it should take. You just didn't realize what it should take. So proper scoping about our timing and our expectations by learning from previous examples is one of the best things that we can do to ensure that we're more likely to succeed at the business elements of the law.